So I told y'all in the previous video that it was going to be to be continued as it relates to the new exchange and basically what it entails. So without me elaborating on anything, I'm about to read pretty much the announcement that came from the professor, the details of what was laid out based on what the professor is saying. And then I want your insight and I'll give some commentary on the tail end. But look at what the professor said. It's long, it's typed out, it's very wordy, but I wanted to elaborate and share it with you all and give my honest reaction to it because I have not read it thoroughly. I had to copy and paste it, so I saw some words, but not everything in its entirety. So my reaction is going to be organic because I hadn't seen it, so I do not know what all it entails. Let's dive in and read it together. All right, so let's decipher this together. So this came from the professor. He said, "Good afternoon, dear members of BG team. Before the trading signals are released, please remind your friends and team members to stay online and follow the messages in the Bond Chat trading group so that everyone can receive the latest team updates in real time and take advantage of the trading signals promptly. BG's vision to empower every proactive investor to become an active participant and owner within BG, and to ensure that every investor can build a stable source of income within the BG ecosystem. DSJX has officially announced that it is currently under investigation and temporarily unable to operate normally. The investigation period is expected to last between 90 and 180 days. As a result, there would be no trading signals issued today. After continuous communication, negotiation, and discussion with senior management over this period of time, we ultimately reached a unanimous conclusion. We cannot accept the conditions currently proposed by DSJ Exchange, although BG Wealth Sharing and DSJX have worked together for a long time and gone through many challenges together. When it comes to major principles and responsibilities, we cannot act based on emotions or impulse, because behind us are countless partners who still need to live, earn money, and support their families. The daily operation of the company, team development, and market maintenance all require enormous amounts of funding, time, and effort. Therefore, it is impossible for us to continue dragging this situation out indefinitely. The 10-year agreement signed between BG Wealth Sharing and DSJX in 2022 was an agreement strictly between the two companies. I never wanted to involve any of our partners in these matters. Throughout the tax audit process, we did everything possible to cooperate professionally and responsibly with DSJX to complete the audit process. We have nothing to be ashamed of. Therefore, the company has officially decided that we will no longer continue wasting time in meaningless disputes and deadlock with DSJX. Instead, we are formally launching a brand new solution. All member funds and positions will be migrated to a completely new platform, HQI Exchange. As a recognized figure within the industry, I have consistently received attention from multiple exchanges, many of which offered us even more favorable conditions in hopes of establishing partnerships with us. That is why the final decision to cooperate with HQI Exchange was made only after multiple rounds of strict evaluation and comprehensive comparison. I'm going to pause right there. I haven't looked to see how long HQI Exchange has been in operation. That's going to be very important to note. And I may do a deep dive on, who's over there and whatever I can find about that, since they said they had options but landed on HQI Exchange. Let's keep going. Many people may think that account migration simply means changing to another platform, but in reality, this process involves large-scale synchronization of data, funds, positions, and user assets. In particular, DSJ Exchange currently still has a 12% withdrawal fee issue. If we handled withdrawals one by one through the traditional process, it would not only be extremely slow, but would also force many members to continue waiting for a very long time. For this reason, in order to help our partners complete the transfer more quickly and more securely, we spent a long time negotiating with DSJX. The final result with the adoption of a direct account and position migration solution. This method will significantly shorten the waiting period for everyone, and at the same time, the original 12% withdrawal fee that members were expected to pay individually would now be fully covered by BG Wealth Sharing. Interesting. Because in my view, what matters most right now is not continuing to argue about the past, but helping those who genuinely believe in BG wealth sharing restore normal profitability and market operations as soon as possible. Regarding the complete transition of HQI Exchange, I want to emphasize this once again to all partners and sincerely hope everyone can truly understand the significance behind this major adjustment made by the company. I forgot to delete that portion that was hadn't been translated into English. And he said, number one, first, for members who actively cooperated with DSJ Exchange and completed the 12% tax verification for their personal accounts, once you register a new HQIEX account and our assistants help complete the migration of your account data and positions, you will only need to deposit $100 to activate your personal trading account in order to continue participating in future trading normally. Now, this is the first thing I want to point out. They said for members who have actively cooperated with DSJX and completed the 12% tax, they'll just need to deposit $100. Keep in mind, they said for those who haven't, the 12% will be covered by BG Wealth Sharing. That's the first thing I'm noticing based on a first read. It then goes on to say, at the same time, in order to help everyone restore market confidence faster, recover funds more quickly, and regain their wealth sooner, these members will immediately receive access to 3 daily trading signals after the migration is completed. So they're throwing in 3 trading signals, allegedly, for those who, migrate to the new system to help them recover sooner. Okay. During this difficult period, you chose to stand alongside BG Wealth Sharing from the very beginning, willing to face the pressure adjustments together with the company. Therefore, I am also willing to prioritize more resources, more opportunities, and greater profit potential for those who truly believe in the company and are willing to continue moving forward with us. Number 2, as for those members who did not complete the 12% DSJ Exchange tax verification in time, BG Wealth Sharing will still not easily give up on any partner who is willing to continue growing with us. You can still activate your HQIEX account with a $100 deposit and proceed with the migration of your original DSJX account data. Because in my view, a true team does not abandon its people when difficulties arise, but instead give everyone another chance to start again during hard times. So the people paid the 12%, and that varies across the board because some people 12% was pretty significant. But the people who did not, myself included, will still be able to migrate over with just paying a $100 deposit. The people who paid the 12%, you still have to pay the $100 deposit. What are your thoughts on that? Like this video right now and then let me know your comments on that below. It's still more, but I just want to know your thoughts based on those things that I observed. Because again, this is my first time thoroughly reading it. I just copied and pasted it. And I wanted my reaction to be organic. Let's keep going. However, I must also honestly tell everyone, for members who did not stand together with BG during the critical adjustment period, only 2 daily trading signals will be available after the migration is completed. Okay, so that's the differentiating factor. Okay, as for the 3rd additional reward signal, it will need to be regained through new team development mechanism. In other words, if you wish to restore access to the 3rd reward signal in the future, you must at least expand your team and successfully invite 1 new member to join the platform. I laugh because it's like, okay, you still gotta, if you want it back, you gotta recruit. We need some more bodies. Interesting. I'll pause and hold my thoughts on that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Why is there such a difference in treatment? Because after going through this entire situation, we completely realized one thing. The future of BG Wealth Sharing can no longer continue with the old equal benefits for everyone model. Those who are truly willing to take responsibility, believe in the team, and stand together with the company during critical moments deserve greater resources and higher rewards. A truly healthy and sustainable market must be built on the principle that contribution and reward are proportional. I hear all that, but I know people who had huge organizations or, decent sized organizations, and they wasn't receiving any interaction or, conversation with the professor when they was trying to ask questions and offer ideas and things of that nature. So to say that those who contribute more actually get more, I don't know if that seems truthful if this is actually the professor. Now, this is something I want to point out. I meant to say this sooner, but usually when he used to do these meetings, and somebody else pointed this out in the call, some time ago, he usually has a certain way of using certain emojis and the microphones and things of that nature before putting in certain words. This doesn't have that. Not to say that this is not the same person behind the scene or whoever doing whatever, but it's just an observation, just something to pay attention to, so that way you're questioning everything and not being led to what could be another potential slaughter. I'll just end it with that. Then it says, since we will not be changing bond chat this time, remember clearly BG only has one official communication channel, and that is bond chat. From here onward, the steps everyone needs to follow are actually very simple. Step 1, log in, register your new HQI exchange account. Please check your respective bond chat server for the HQI registration invitation code. Step 2, send both your newly registered HQI account and your original DSJ account to my assistant on the bond chat. We will no longer use Alena 03. It has been replaced with Alena 2026. Step 3, deposit $100 into your HQI account to activate your trading signals. Unactivated accounts will not be able to access trading permissions normally. Step 4, my assistant team will help complete the migration of your assets and positions as quickly as possible. Then it gives you the current registration links, invitation code. Then he says, at the same time, I also need to explain HQI's current trading rules in advance to ensure the stable operation of HQI's trading system and the security of all user funds. Any funds transferred into a trading account must complete the required trading volume according to platform rules before they can be moved freely into the spot wallet account. Let's see what that consists of. If funds are transferred out before completing the required trading volume, the system will automatically deduct a 99% handling fee as an abnormal transfer processing charge. However, once the required trading volume has been completed, funds may then be transferred to the spot wallet without any handling fees. Hold on. You say, let me read that again. If funds are transferred out before completing required trading volume, the system will automatically deduct a 99% handling fee as an abnormal transfer processing charge. However, once the required trading volume has been completed, funds may then be transferred to the spot wallet without any handling fees. So if you withdraw prematurely, whatever that time frame is, maybe it'll get into the details of it. It'll be a 99% handling fee, pretty much taking all your money. That's crazy. I gotta see y'all light up the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. Because I thought the other thing I mentioned was some BS. That is some BS, and that will keep people locking their funds up into their accounts if people are still buying into migrating and getting this account. If you want to just test it out for yourself because you got a small account and you just want to see what it look like, cool. I'm not. I'm just documenting and sharing the things that I'm still seeing because other people are doing it, and then I'm sharing my insight and perspective because I believe that somebody can benefit from my perspective and maybe even yours as well in the comments. So let me know what you think about that. The 99% handling fee as an abnormal trend. Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all cook in the comments down there. Go on, talk your talk in the comments. I ain't gonna speak on that. I already said what I feel about it. Then it says, let me give you an example. If your HQI account balance after migration from DSJ is $1,000, then you must complete $1,000 in trading volume. If you attempt to withdraw before completing that trading volume, the system will deduct $990. So you'll have $10 if you attempt to withdraw before completing your full $1,000 in trading volume. Interesting. Of course, once you complete the required $1,000 trading volume, you may withdraw the full $1,000. But remember this clearly: at all times, you should maintain at least $1,000 as your base position. That is when the hand lays eggs for you. Unless you decide to leave BG completely, never cook the hand that continues to produce eggs for you. That I get that actually makes sense. Some people was, looking at it like, okay, let your money double, then you withdraw the full principal, and now when you withdraw the full principal, you let that money keep making money for you. That is something that we all believed in from a BG wealth sharing standpoint. But them talking about the 99%, does put them in a position to like lock up the money. Maybe they want the abnormal fee to be so big that people don't touch it and keep a certain amount in the account, so that way things could keep clicking and ticking. Y'all let me know. I could be viewing it from a wrong lens, but that was the initial thought process with BG Wealth Sharing before trust, conviction, funds being frozen, before all the trust was lost, and all of the things that's taking place right now. So, but believe it or not, some people are already buying into the concept of the new exchange and just going down this path. So, to be continued. Y'all let me know if y'all do it and keep me in the loop, just like I wanted y'all to keep me in the loop of the 12%. If you were able to withdraw, nobody has shown receipts of being able to withdraw. Who's to say you're going to be able to show receipts from this? Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times. If you know, you know. All right. Honestly, I believe HQIEX approach is reasonable. Think about it carefully. We spent more than $100 million securing this platform, migration for everyone. Everyone's funds are still there. But if everyone immediately rushes to withdraw again, history will simply repeat itself and the HQI withdrawal system will once again collapse under pressure. So they're already letting you know that, hey, if you want your money, and everybody want their money around the same time, which is likely at different times, the system will collapse again. To prevent that situation from happening again, I accepted these rules. I know what worries many people most right now is not the platform itself, but their positions. But I want to tell everyone something very important. Your position is like the hen we raise. As long as the hen is still alive, it can continue laying eggs for you. As long as your position remains, as long as the team remains, as long as there are still people willing to continue following BG Wealth Sharing forward, then we still have the opportunity to rise again. So that's pretty much saying as long as you keep bodies coming in, we have the potential to rise again. What I want to know is, can people not recruit and still win just off of the trades if trades are really happening? That would be the telltale sign of eliminating a lot of the things that people addressed as a Ponzi scheme, etc. So that's important, but this verbiage doesn't say that. That said, let's keep going. Because the true source of continuous profits has never been just a platform, it is the team behind it, the experience, the market, and my operational ability. Kind of confirm what I just said. Therefore, after the migration is completed, I will continue leading everyone with 3 daily trading signals to ensure stable profits and gradually restore confidence and order across the market. Honestly, after everything that has happened, I understand more than anyone how exhausted many people already feel. During this period, external rumors, market panic, countless messages that are difficult to distinguish between truth and falsehood have already drained too much of people's emotions and patience. But precisely because we have gone through all of this, I have become even more certain of one thing. The people who truly stay with you until the very end are never the ones who only celebrate with you during the good times, but those who are still willing to stand beside you and carry the burden together when you are at your lowest. So today, I will not force anyone to stay. If you are willing to believe in BG Wealth Sharing, then continue walking forward with us. If you no longer wish to continue, I will also respect your decision. But at the very least, please do not deny the version of yourself that once worked so hard, because this journey was not meaningless. At the very least, we encountered finance earlier than many others, saw trends earlier than many others, and gained opportunities to change our lives earlier than many others. Birds belong to the skies, fish belong to the seas. Some paths were never meant to cross. From this day forward, may we each return to our own world, let flowers bloom in their own season, let trees grow in their own way. As mountains and rivers stretch between us, may our journeys never intertwine again. And if there is another lifetime, may we meet without attachment, part without regret, and owe each other nothing. The road ahead still may be unforgiving, a path of storms, thorns, trials by fire. Yet I have always believed that only after the fiercest tides recede do the truly steadfast remain, and only those who endure the darkness are destined to witness the dawn. As for me, I will remain here, standing firm beside those who still carry faith in me and in BG Wealth Sharing, so that together we may raise ourselves once more and journey toward the light of a new horizon. The migration period for the new platform will run from May 14th to May 18th, with the entire transition process lasting a total of 5 days. All members are required to complete their account registration, activation, and balance migration within the designated time frames to ensure that the subsequent trading activities and fund operations can continue smoothly and without interruption. Simply put, me personally, I'm not buying into it. I told you my conviction went to publicly being wrong, to diving deeper and getting to a place to where, the trust was broken, and it's all about skill sets, assets, and access. But many people will still tap into and see. They just want to test the water, see if things play out and pan out. And I can't even knock those people who want to test and see. If you have, certain accounts that you still want to try to revive or recover or see if it's possible, or if you're just like, hey, it's just $100, I want to just test it out and see for myself. Hey, to each his own. Just make sure if you do, you come back and notify the crew. Come let us know how it worked for you. Not that we're seeking, but if you're doing something that we're not doing because we no longer bought into it, or we feel, how we feel, or we're like cutting our losses and making sure we focus on skill sets, assets, and access, feel free to let us know how it's working for you. I got somebody who's planning on doing it, have already started the process to setting up that new exchange, and I told him to keep me in the loop on certain things. And he was like, yeah, I got you, I'll keep you in the loop. But me personally, I'm not buying into it. But I had to come document and share it. Now that 99% is crazy. I get the concept of, and this is outside of BG Wealth sharing. If you put money into some account, say it's even with trading, your own trading account, you're trading a small amount, you're running it up, you're getting the money up, and now you get to a place to where you're able to make the amount that you initially invested, and you take out that house money, and now you're playing with that house money. That's a smart concept in general. That way you don't get rid of the goose that lays the golden egg. That's a smart concept in general. But I just don't like the constraints of the control aspect of, if I wanted to move my deposit, you mean to tell me you're going to take 99%? 99%? That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, some people are going to sign up for that. So if you deposit $1,000 and you withdraw prematurely, and you have to, I guess, make sure that you don't withdraw prematurely, because that $1,000 is going to turn into $10 real quick. I never seen anything like it. I got to know your comments down below. I'm more interested in your perspectives and things of what we read. That was my first time organically reading it. I just wanted to present it and share it with you so you can, so we can take it in together simultaneously. But yeah, drop it in the comments what you think. See you on the next one. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.